It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Nets in Brooklyn. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Feeling confident after a runaway win. We'll see if they carry over some of that momentum. Well, we have a good one tonight. Two powerhouse clubs about to throw down. Kenny, how do you see this playing out?
Well, you got two teams bringing out their best in each other tonight, Ernie. So that's why this game is a must-see matchup. Tremendous individual matchups as well, and this will be a heated rivalry for years to come.
I'm seeing something in the ball.
And what ball?
The crystal ball.
Right. Not that again.
I think this could be a preview of these teams meeting in the postseason.
Wow.
Everyone in the league will also be watching. Shucks, Thomas.
Do me a favor.
Yes.
Hand me that ball.
Can't touch it.
Hand me that ball.
Can't touch
Just
this.
hand me that ball, please.
Can't touch it.
Why?
Look,
Oh! He just dropped
don't have
the
to
ball.
worry about that shtick anymore.
Drop the ball.
Go get him.
Sleeping with the fishes is really getting ridiculous. Most folks are idiots, or they either scared it and feel like it's serious. Times been ugly, but now they're just idiots. Everybody should they trying to hide themselves from us. I'm just being me, never switching for the pumps. I'm in last place, so I have to know
Brooklyn, the home of the Nets, in a fine Eastern Conference affair here at Barclays Center. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Taking a look at Philadelphia, winning their last 3 games. They'd like to make that 4 in a row here tonight.
And during this streak, guys, one thing you can see on this team is that everybody's role is clearly defined. Every player knows exactly what's expected of them. All the pieces seem to be fitting together perfectly.
Yep, and there isn't a more confident team in the NBA right now. Believe me, none of the guys on that team think this winning streak has happened by accident.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Ben Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football. It may be one reason he's so comfortable attacking defenses and creating. He said, you have to read the defenders, draw them, then get rid of it. Otherwise, you're going to get tackled. Well, that's a foul in the NBA, but I understand his sentiment. Guys?
And David, he is not shy about contact at all. Thanks. Well, we're getting into the grinded out part of the season, Clark. Should we expect rookies now, you think, to start feeling the length of the NBA season right about now?
You know, that varies from individual to individual. I know when I was a rookie, it happened for me probably after about the 40th game or so. And I just was flat. I was still putting up decent numbers, but I just felt flat, felt lethargic. And then all of a sudden, after a week and a half or so, it just kind of went away, and I finished that rookie season strong. So every rookie's different. Some rookies never hit the wall, Kevin, but most do in some form or fashion.
And teams are all on top of this, aren't they? I mean, they know there's a chance it's going to happen, so they prepare accordingly.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it's rare when a rookie doesn't hit it, but for some it might be an extended wall. For others, it might be a short wall.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. Monroe is out there with Harris, and it's Butler in at the small forward position. Russell against Simmons. Right side, Russell. To the middle. And it's Allen slamming it down.
You never pass for the sake of passing. You wait until the defense commits. Russell does that. Finds the open man nicely.
For the 76ers, their last game, a win against Cleveland. And Simmons kicks to Redick. Monroe down low, working on Allen. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And that persistence from Monroe, wow, his stick-with-it attitude really is what allows him to get these chances down low.
Carroll passes to Ilgauskas. Russell from long range. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Redick surveying the D. Pass to Simmons. Harris up top. Shot clock at 6. Puts one up from 19. Here's Monroe, and Allen with the block. Here's LeVert, and they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And I like watching Simmons go to work down low. I mean, with his length and strength, there aren't many guys that can keep up with him down there.
Poked away and stolen by Redick. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First trip to the line for him here. The free throw drops for Redick.
Well, you just love the way that J.J. Redick moves on offense. He keeps his defender occupied, constantly on the lookout for operating room to get his shot off. He comes off screens extremely well, uses angles and craftiness. Terrific off-the-ball movement by one of the best shooters in the league.
Now, here is Russell. What a tremendous game he played against Minnesota. Nets passing it around. Here's Ilgauskas. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. The 76ers trail by 3. And for Redick in his movement on offense, Clark, most know him as a shooter, but he does so much more.
Yeah, he does. He moves well without the ball. He's a better defender than he gets credit for. He's a guy that can put it on the deck now and drive when you close out to him poorly. His game has grown really quite nicely, and we know what he is as a shooter, a laser.
Simmons on the wing. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And it's Monroe, top of the key. Fade away, just 5 to shoot. Changes up, and Simmons with the nice bucket inside. Simmons got 6. Nets leading by 4. Outside, Russell. Takes a three, and the Nets another three.
Confidence from range. I mean, that's what scouts still insist will make Russell a top-level player.
Down low, Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Good ball movement, wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten off to a tremendous start. 7 of 7 here in the first quarter. Now the pass to LeVert. Passes it to Ilgauskas. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And one thing, Clark, about the Nets, they've shown in the last couple years that they are willing to take a risk on players.
And in many cases, it's worked out for them, Kevin. They traded for D'Angelo Russell when his value was rather low. So taking a risk on players who hadn't worked out for other teams has paid dividends. And I'd throw Amar'e Ilgauskas in that category as well for them.
And both free throws good for AI.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
To the inside, stolen by Allen. Here's LeVert. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for the 76ers.
Well, guys, when you talk about some of the great turnarounds for a franchise in NBA history, the process for the 76ers has paid dividends. They went from 10 wins in 2016 to 52 wins last year.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And the steps, Clark, the 76ers have taken, it's only the beginning.
Yeah, this is really the ideal situation to have if you're the Sixers. I mean, this team's built to last and still has good draft assets and flexible cap space. I mean, come on. That's an abundance of riches there.
Butler finds Monroe. It's stolen by Allen. 3-on-3. Here's Carroll. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, do they look sharp. I mean, everything falling for them.
With the teardrop. And Simmons with the layup. Simmons got 8 points.
When he's sprinting down the court like that to the basket, Simmons is virtually impossible to stop.
Russell feeling it out a bit. To the right side. Simmons against Ilgauskas. He can't get that one. And Philadelphia the other way now. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
For sure. Agree with you there. They just didn't have it. Seemed like they were a step behind and out of sync.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Carroll against Butler. Here's Ilgauskas. Second chance shot, and it's blocked by Simmons.
Boy, you cannot forget about the long reach and wingspan of Simmons. I mean, he uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with block shots. And, you know, it's obvious he's a talented scorer. I mean, that's a given. A guy you can depend on to get it done in a lot of ways.
Now here's Carroll. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
All right, a moment to see the stats for Ben Simmons. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Averaging about 15 points, 7 assists, and 8 rebounds. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
Pass to Marjanovic. Redick is in the corner. Clock at 6. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
Dinwiddie passes to Ilgauskas. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Davis comes in for Allen. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. Then for the 76ers, James Ennis, he'll check in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Korkmaz in for J.J. Redick. And it's Simmons penetrating. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. As we take a look at the power forward position, Clark, one you know very well, who are some of the more underrated guys at that power forward spot?
Wow, underrated. You always run into some interesting names when you think about underrated. You know, I think a guy that perhaps has finally found himself with the talent that he came into the league with is James Johnson down in Miami. He does a little bit of everything, had one of his best seasons this past year. And Taj Gibson, I think, is undervalued for what he brings in toughness, shooting, and defense.
To the paint. McConnell kicks to Marjanovic. 76ers moving the ball around. Now, here's McConnell. He's coming off a 10-point game against Cleveland. Pass to Marjanovic. Over Harris. Marjanovic, no good. And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets, leading by 5. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Ilgauskas against Simmons. Over Ilgauskas. Tries again. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. And it's good on the layup. Simmons got 12 points in the game.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Napier dishes to Harris. They get the rebound, and Davis throws it down.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Here's Dinwiddie after Ben Simmons' bucket. The pass to Davis. Down low. Here's Ilgauskas. That's in there. Davis with the assist. And 12 points for AI.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
McConnell kicks to Simmons. Passes it to Ennis. No good on the triple. Brooklyn leading by 7. Now Napier. Saw him with 10 points last game. A 3-ball. A rebound by Marjanovic. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. 1:39 left in the first quarter. Simmons passes to Korkmaz. No good from outside. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. And Davis throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Here's McConnell following the bucket by the Nets. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Pass to Marjanovic. To the paint. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by McConnell. Simmons got 16 points.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation.
Pass to Carroll. At the elbow, it's AI. Here's LeVert. 9 points last game. Over Butler. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 8 points for him.
And, you know, the mid-range J continuing to look better over time for LeVert, showing real improvement in knocking that shot down.
LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. AI is out there with Allen, and it's Russell in at point guard. So that's the Nets 5. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. Brooklyn's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Puts up a three. And no good that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
The Nets with the lead. Long range from the inbound. Nailed from three-point land.
Wow, that's real nice. I mean, D'Angelo really sets before he gets into a shot. Good use of pace there.
And Jimmy Butler, you know, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind it. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
And guys, I think Jimmy Butler has all the tools you could want in a two-way player. He's an excellent defender, and he also can score the ball from just about anywhere.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Free throw, good Butler. And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know, Greg. Goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
Well, I tell you what, like how cool and collected he was getting the job done at the line in this one.
Allen finds Russell. And the Nets, another three.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Butler. He has 7. The pass to Monroe. Trying to get open is Butler, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Yeah, he's building off that strong first quarter, Kevin. Rising up and hitting shots with confidence.
Outside, Russell. Here's LeVert, covered by Reddick. A nice shot by LeVert.
You got to D up LeVert better than that, Kevin. I mean, he excels at scoring over the defense.
The 76ers trail by 5. McConnell kicks to Harris. Inside. Second chance shot. Monroe. And Allen with the block. And here's Russell. 12 points for him. Pass to LeVert. The three. It's hauled in by Harris.
And, you know, he's yet to hit another three after nailing one in the first, but I don't think that's going to stop him from shooting.
Shots good from Butler.
How about that? Reddick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Now, here is Russell. A good portion of their scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
McConnell with it. Russell's there. Left side, Harris. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Here's LeVert, covered by Reddick. LeVert the pass to Russell. On launches a three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance, felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
Here's LeVert after the made shot from Greg Monroe. LeVert the pass to Russell. Over Butler. Greg Monroe with the rebound. Monroe's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Now, here's Butler. He had 19 points in the win against Cleveland. Back to McConnell. Shot clock at 6. Lets a floater go. Count that bucket. And it's a 3-point 76ers lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's LeVert. 10 points for him. Ilgauskas. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11. 124 left to play here in the half. Over to the wing. Monroe right side. Harris with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. And stolen by Ilgauskas. Ball's knocked loose. McConnell with it. Russell's there. McConnell finds Redick. Harris outside. Monroe the pass to McConnell. And Philadelphia with another turnover here. Let's quickly bring up the 2K leaderboard for a look at the top free throw shooters among point guards. D'Angelo Russell 4th.
Well, if these guys can get to the line, there's not much question what the outcome's going to be. So it sort of prevents the D from being as aggressive as they'd like to be against them.
Yeah, because of their shooting ability, they get a little more space than the average point guard. Maybe they'll miss a shot from the floor, but if you send them to the line, those points are almost guaranteed.
Good.
Terrific imagination, creativity. Russell already one of the league's more intriguing playmakers.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 1. And Redick kicks to McConnell. He feeds it to Monroe. Shoots over Carroll. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Monroe's got 10 points in the quarter.
Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm, high percentage quality shots, and really getting whatever he wants.
And now Philadelphia on the break. Basket counts. McConnell's got the lead up to 3 now for the 76ers.
Butler really known as one of the best defenders in the game. He knows when to get after it and go for steals with those quick hands.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers ahead, ending the second quarter on a 14-6 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Well, you've been off to a really great start, especially in your first season. At what point do you start thinking about Rookie of the Year?
Well, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't thinking about it. I mean, that'd be amazing. But more importantly, DA, my teammates have made things so easy for me. You know, they supported me, made me feel like I was part of this team since day one. You know, and I really wouldn't have gotten out of this kind of start if it wasn't for them. So, you know, they're the real ones.
Well, we've heard people talk about selflessness with you, and now we see it in action. Guys?
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
Yeah, and he accumulated a lot of assists. And I liked how unselfish he was, Greg.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. Jimmy Butler is out there with Harris, and it's Monroe in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Russell kicks to Carroll. Ilgauskas up top. Nets passing it around. Rejected by Monroe.
That was terrific defensive awareness from Monroe, knowing where to be in order to come up with these rejections.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Well, it's been a long time coming for Nets fans, but starting this offseason, Brooklyn will actually own their own draft pick.
I hope for all Nets fans, they can avoid this situation for a long time.
Now, here's Redick. Harris finds Redick. Fade away. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Got to find a way to energize themselves, get going. 0 for 3. They're looking for their rhythm right now.
Here's Ilgauskas. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Philadelphia leading by 3. Pass to Redick. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And it's 9 points for J.J. Redick.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
Russell against Simmons. Pass to LeVert. To the inside. And stolen by Redick. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. The shot by Redick, no good.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Russell with the bucket.
This is one of D'Angelo's biscuit and butter moves. I mean, quick pull-up off the dribble. He loves that one.
Now the pass to Monroe. It's stolen by Allen. Russell with a wide-open look. They get it back. Here's LeVert, covered by Redick. For the tie. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Got to give LeVert credit. I mean, not allowing the defense to shut him down, using his length to get his shots off inside. Well done.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. And Philadelphia making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Clark, you were in Indiana after being drafted by the Pacers for a few seasons. Who are some of the more talented guys you played with there?
Well, Herb Williams, a teammate of mine at Ohio State, really outstanding big guy, mobile, could shoot it, excellent defender, shot blocker, and a high-quality guy. Vern Fleming was a guard that had size, excellent defender, driver of the ball. Wayman Tisdale, and he rest in peace. We lost Wayman a number of years ago to cancer. Really a gifted scorer. Steve Stepanovich, he and I both had to retire about the same time due to different knee trouble. And he was a rugged, mobile, good shooting big guy who I think would have continued to excel had he not had to retire.
Now here's Simmons after the miss from Chris Webber. Simmons passes to Marjanovic. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Passes to Carroll. Allen surveying the D. Here's Ilgauskas, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Tobias Harris. He's been more than solid over the last month, averaging about 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Damari Carroll, and Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. Johnson, he's checked in for the 76ers. Korkmaz comes in for J.J. Redick. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Johnson over to help. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. A three-pointer is right on target. Hollis Jefferson's got 5 points so far.
That's where I think he can take the next step. If Hollis Jefferson can make that shot, the sky's the limit.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for Brooklyn. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. No good on the three. 76ers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Here's the pass to Marjanovic. Over Allen. Marjanovic, no good. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Dinwiddie. Nets passing it around. Ilgauskas against Johnson. And Ilgauskas kicks to Dinwiddie. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the three. The rebound by Marjanovic.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
It's good. And that's now 18 points for Ben Simmons.
Simmons is an absolute thoroughbred as a scorer, a dominant offensive talent who scores in a lot of different ways.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 15. Here's Ilgauskas. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Outside Butler. Simmons finds Johnson. Doesn't go that time. Solid defense there from Ilgauskas. Brooklyn trailing. Outside Russell. Over in the corner, Allen. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 6 assists now in the game.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Yeah, and Greg, you know the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shootout this team.
As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Shoots from the elbow, and the jumper is on the mark. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Excellent size and feel for the game. D'Angelo really just scratching the surface of his potential.
Simmons passes to Butler. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Nets. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
So for the Nets, Davis is checked in for Allen. Harris comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, and Shabazz Napier subbed in for Russell. Philadelphia also making some changes. Ennis comes in for Marjanovic, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Simmons. Here's Dinwiddie. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Here's Ilgauskas. That one a tad off on to the right, but drops in for him. Ilgauskas has got 19 points. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's McConnell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. McConnell's got 6.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
A floater. Here's Ilgauskas. Good on the shot. He's got 21.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
Well, he's done it again right there on the offensive glass. I mean, it's a great stretch that he's having here, and boy, I really admire his energy. And, you know, that's good offense there. These are the shots you want to get all the time.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3.
How can you not be a fan of T.J. McConnell if you like grit, tenacity, always ready to help his team? He's a fan favorite because he plays with such a competitive edge, even when most of the time he's outmatched physically. Extremely scrappy and heady. He played his college hoops at Arizona, and he's got a long future in front of him in the NBA.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Ilgauskas.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And Davis puts it in.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Another 3 for Philadelphia. Arizona guards know how to get it done, and McConnell is no different.
No, he's really been surprisingly good at this level because of his toughness, his smarts, and he's actually gotten better with his little mid-range shot. His vision is outstanding, his defensive tenacity really good. I mean, this guy has proven that he's a rotational player of value in this league.
And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for their next game. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Now here's Napier. He's covered by McConnell. And the shot goes in. And here are the 76ers now. Outside Butler. Back to McConnell. Six to shoot. The rebound by Ilgauskas. Ilgauskas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now here's Napier. He's covered by McConnell. Back to Napier. Jacks up a 3. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists now in this one. The 76ers trail by 3. McConnell kicks to Butler. Over Harris. Brooklyn with the rebound. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the left wing. Now here's Napier. Tight defense on him. With the shot. Again, the Nets for 2.
Dinwiddie's showing you his craftiness in the pick and roll sets, and you can see how he's grown in attacking mode.
Timeout called the 76ers. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Damari Carroll's checked in for the Nets. Crabbe comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Then for the 76ers, Craig Monroe. And a new group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Davis. AI comes in for Damari Carroll. LeVert's checked in for Harris. And it's Russell in for Napier. And then for Philadelphia, Marjanovic checked in for Monroe. And Simmons subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Free throw good, Russell.
And, you know, Brett Brown has seen it all in Philly. The good and bad times, was the head coach for their lowest points as this team rebuilt. Now he's reaping the fruits of his labor and persistence as he leads a star-studded Sixers team that has great potential.
Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. AI is out there with Allen Crabbe, and it's Allen in at the center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now, here is Russell. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Here's Butler. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 6th assist on the night.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
Clark, you have to applaud management for the way they stuck with Brown as the team was turning things around.
Yeah, I love it, Kevin. I really do. I mean, being able to see the long-term picture and stay with the coach who you believe is the right one for your group. Very impressive work by the Sixers. You know, injuries and a lack of talent were the issue early, not the coaching. The players love Brown, and rarely are coaches afforded as much time and patience as this franchise gave Brown. I applaud him.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
The 76ers lead. Passes it to Butler. Over Crabbe. Here's Marjanovic, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And the 76ers last season making it to the conference semifinals, Clark, before they were dispatched by the Boston Celtics.
And I guarantee you, Kevin, if you told any fan that would be their fate at the start of the season, they'd have banked that and went with it. Team had a great learning experience as they got past Miami and then lost to the Celtics. I think this group will be highly motivated to take the next step going forward.
Now, here's Ilgauskas. Kicks to Russell. Here's LeVert, covered by Reddick. Just 5 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Hands it from downtown. Russell's got 11 in the second half.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Reddick finds Simmons. Here's the teardrop. Brooklyn trailing. Outside, Russell. Pass to Ilgauskas. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. That's 23 points for AI. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Now, here's Reddick with the fadeaway. No good off the back of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's LeVert, covered by Reddick. Kicks it out to Allen. Here's LeVert. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Shots good by Simmons. Simmons got 30 points.
Great basketball from him, Kevin. A commanding performance, helping add to the lead this quarter.
Ilgauskas, the pass to LeVert. Outside, Russell. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Ben Simmons. And the Sixers' strength, Clark, on the offensive end is how many ways they can attack a team.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Deadly in transition because of Simmons' size, speed, and passing ability. And if they don't have something in the initial thrust, Embiid always an option to go to in the low post. They shoot it well from multiple positions. They've got a lot to like offensively.
Now, here's Reddick. Here's Simmons. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Really like how Simmons commands the ball, especially in key moments.
Russell kicks to Carroll. Back to Russell. AI outside. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 8th assist in the game.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
And Brooklyn has possession after the Sixers pick up 2. Carroll finds Allen. Carroll with it. The three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
And, you know, this is the time to do it. Sinking triple after triple. And it ends up becoming contagious.
Butler. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And Butler relishes this. I mean, he feels really comfortable going right at the defense at crucial points in the game.
Now, here is Russell. And Ilgauskas kicks to Carroll. Back to AI. Lays it up off the glass. Ilgauskas has got 7 now in this quarter.
Excellent job that time by Amar'e Ilgauskas working that ball over to his teammate.
Inside. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And that's exactly why they call him Jimmy Buckets. Butler, a clutch performer, one of the best we have in the league.
Now, here is Russell. Shot from 12. A rebound by Marjanovic.
Well, I tell you what, he's going to put a lot of pressure on their perimeter shooters if he can't convert those chances.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
Here's Russell. To the middle. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Simmons. LeVert. It falls.
Man, I like the competitive spirit of LeVert. Never backs down from taking these enormous shots. That shows you how confident he is.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're trailing by 1. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, D'Angelo Russell.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Carroll on the wing. From deep. It's money from deep.
And really, Carroll has been in these spots before. I mean, this guy does not back down in the clutch.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They trail by 2. 19 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this?
Well, I don't think you set that decision in stone and anchor it in this timeout. You see how things play out. You're going to try to get a good, quick shot. And if it's a good 3 with a good shooter, let it fly. If it's something in the paint, then you take that. But it's about being a good, quick shot in this situation.
Here's Butler. Missed. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports.
What's up, Ben?
Yo, yeah, what's up? Pass back.
What's this, man?
Australian football.
Football?
Footy, AFL, you know?
I thought you said that you were gonna make me a better basketball player. What is this?
This is a lot. You just gotta, you know, just go with it.
Just go with it.
Yeah, I mean, it just gets you better. Hand-eye coordination.
Okay. So how do I do it?
You just gotta, like, put your hand in a fist and kind of like punch it.
Like that?
I mean, it's close. It's not the best I've seen, but it's not, you know, the worst.
Okay. So, man, I heard that you had some exotic pets, right?
Yeah, I got a ton. I got a dingo.
Dingo?
Yeah. You know those dogs from Australia?
Yeah. Don't those eat children?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. I mean, most I ever had was a fish.
What was his name?
Frisky.
Frisky?
Yeah, he was a goldfish.
What happened to him?
He died. My cat ate him.
You got a cat too?
Yeah, but she choked on the goldfish, so.
2-1, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, man, I'm gonna catch you later, yeah?
Okay. Wait, so I just hold on to this?
Yeah, you got it.